What's going on, everybody? It's your boys with 12AUG23 Dfs here to bring another WNBA slate breakdown for the two-game WNBA slate. Yesterday, we had a pretty good day, guys. So definitely, if we helped you in any way, shape, or form, you're enjoying the content, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the uploads, and drop a like. It lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content and to continue putting out this information. Like I said, yesterday wasn't a bad day. Both games, they stayed pretty close. That Aces game didn't blow out until the end. Of course, players got injured for the Washington Mystics, but Tina Hawkins and Natasha Cloud, Brittany Sykes, they all came to play. They actually kept that game really close. A'ja Wilson, she popped off, was just dominant and destroying. Was actually a really good game to watch if you guys actually watched the game yesterday. And then the New York Liberty going up against the Chicago Sky, they were kind of flat, but they did just enough to make it a game. And then, of course, let Stewie get to what she needed to on the slate. All right, so not a bad night over there. Cores, player pool, everything was posted. Everything did pretty good. Did pretty good on props as well. So definitely, if you guys would like, check that out. Check the link down in the description below for the Patreon. It's only $10, and like I said, you get more than just WNBA. We already got our UFC stuff up for the day, MLB, esports, NBA, NFL preseason. I'm trying to hurry up and get this out so I can go ahead and get my NFL preseason stuff put up for the day. No video today. Your boy worked last night, but definitely going to be able to get some stuff up for you guys. With that being said, let's go ahead and let's break down today's slate. We got a two-gamer, not too bad games on the slate. Expected to be close games, 1-point spreads for these games right here. Dream taking on the Sparks. We've already seen this one back-to-back games a couple weeks ago. No news for the Dream. For the Sparks, of course, Lexi Brown, Clouden, Cheney, they're all out. Nothing new right there for that. Starters the same as always. For the Connecticut Sun, Wnba Dfs, we got to pay attention to that. She did leave the last game with a back injury, but she is expected as probable for today, so she should play. Wouldn't expect her not to play. And then for the Dallas side, Awak, she is expected to be probable. So if she's back, maybe we lose our Maddie value that we've been riding the past couple of days. So that's pretty much all we got over here for our Dallas side. Other than that, starters, everything same, nothing new for that right there. Heading over to DraftKings, the site that I play the most on the site that has won me some pretty decent money on the season. And if you guys would like to join me, check the link down in the description below so you guys get that deposit match bonus and join me over here on the King. All right, starting out with the Atlanta Dream taking on the Sparks. Like I said, we literally already just seen this. They played back-to-back earlier, couple weeks, days, whatever you want to call it ago. And Ryan, in the first game, she popped off. She went off for 61 fantasy points. Second game, she gave us 34 fantasy points. I'm not going to expect another 61, but if she can get me something between a 35 to 40-ish fantasy points, I definitely do like that for her. We already know where we start with the Atlanta Dream. It's Ryan, it's Gray, it's Parker. Of course, as I rank them like I always do, it's going to be Gray over Ryan because Ryan is more of the GPP option because Ryan has to score in order to have a good game. The matchup defensive-wise is not going to be a bad one, so all of them will be in play, including Cheyenne Parker, going up against Zara Stevens. Last game, Cheyenne played 28 minutes. She's gotten her minutes back. Seems like she's fine with that. She got 28.5 fantasy points with only 6 points, and she's been scoring in double-digit points for quite some time. Now, playing up against them early in the season, 21 and 28 minutes, she dropped 20 and 38 fantasy points. I love that to go right back to Cheyenne Parker. Getting these Zara Stevens matchup, she can definitely go out there and score, rebound, possibly get us some blocks or something like that. So all three of them will play. It'll be Gray, Parker, and then Ryan for me, just because of how much Ryan, she depends on her scoring in order to get there for us. I'm not on Nia Coffee today, so Nia, she will go out there. She'll give you more than 9 fantasy points that she gave me last time that I was on her. Told you guys I don't know what cup of coffee I'm going to get, but it's more than likely going to be a black, dark, dirty behind coffee whenever I decide to play her. Daniel Robinson, Ari McDonald, Billings, really not looking at any of these guys. They're all GPP options if you want to go there. Robinson, minutes inconsistent, her production too inconsistent as well. Ari McDonald, she's been up and down with everything that she's out there doing. If you want to go there as a GPP option or something like that, you think that maybe she can go ahead and get a flare, repeat this 20-something plus performance that she had last game, definitely, but she's just been too inconsistent for me to even consider. And then all these other players down here, they're not seeing enough run, burn, or minutes in order to even consider them on the slate for me. Over here to the Sparks side, of course, you already know it starts with NECA, starts with Canada. NECA, back-to-back great performances, giving us at least 35-plus fantasy points and 39 and 41 fantasy points in those games. Definitely will go right back there if you can afford her at 11-4. I know there's some big hitters on today's slate. You got Satu, you got AT, you got Wnba Dfs. Of course, you got NECA, Enrique, Howard, all of them. Big hitters on the slate, but NECA, very consistent. Her floor and ceiling is pretty much right there around that 35 to 40 fantasy point range. So if you can get to that, of course, that's what we try to get to. Canada has been very consistent in regards to what she's been going out there doing. Her assist, rebounding, she's just been active all over the of place. Steals, that upside is crazy for what she's actually given. Now, she only played in one of the games going up against the Atlanta Dream because she was out the first game. She played 32 minutes, gave us 25.75 fantasy points. If her scoring is on like it's been for the past couple games, she dropped 13 points in this game earlier, 7 assists. If she can go out there and give me a little bit of what? I'll say about 15 points, give me the 6-7 assists, 2-3 rebounds, give me a steal or two. I would love that for her. Don't think that's bad. Granted, she is at 9.7. I definitely think you could just come down to Alicia Gray, who's 100 cheaper than her right there, or maybe look elsewhere in order for that versus going to Canada. Stevens, she has solidified her role as the starting center. She's running out there. She's out there. Only thing you got to worry about is her getting into foul trouble and just her production dipping. I do like going to Stevens right here on the slate. In the 2 games that she did play going up against the Dream early in the season, she played 26 and 30 minutes, dropping 32 and 39 fantasy points. She had the rebounds, she had the scoring, she of course had the peripherals and the blocks and steals that she has out there. Love going to Missouri Stevens. Don't mind that. If you can't pay up for NECA, you want to drop down a little bit, you could definitely drop down to Stevens. Or if you want to run a three-player stack from this game, take a NECA, Stevens, run it back with a Gray or a Howard, you could definitely do that on today's slate. There's nothing wrong with that. Wnba, sadly, she's coming off the bench. She's playing roughly between anywhere of 20 to 25, 30, 15 minutes. It's so up and down. I'm not exactly too sure if I even want to mess with Wnba. In the 2 games that she did play, she played 34 and 30 minutes, dropping 30 and 15 fantasy points. So it's just too up and down with Wnba. A player that's sitting at 6'6", I would probably rather just come down and get some value. Maybe go down here to a Clarendon, who is coming off for her best game, dropping 17 points, 29.25 fantasy points. Did not play in those games going up against the Dream early in the season, so we don't have that game locked to actually look at, but definitely don't mind coming out here to Clarendon. And then GPP option will be Carly. She's coming off of back-to-back games, didn't do too bad. And I want to say, did she play in one of those games? Yeah, she played in both of those games, 19 and 14 minutes. Really didn't do anything in her time out there. So GPP option, not something that I feel like you have to play. Now, I will say Zaya Cook, I will be looking at her today. I know that there were players missing in the game that she actually did play because she played 22 minutes in both of these games, dropping 19 and 16 fantasy points. But the name of the game is trying to find some value. She is going to see the court. She is going to play some minutes. It's a matter of if her shot will fall and if she's going to actually be able to go out there and produce. If you want to take a chance on Zaya sitting there at the 3A, I don't mind going to her on today's slate. Definitely an option that you can go to. And if you want to get funny, go with JT. Maybe her shot might be on for the day, but not really going to be looking to JT on today's slate. Going over to the Sun taking on the Dream. Like I said, the biggest thing, we got to make sure that Bonner is going to play. As long as Bonner plays, then of course it's going to be great. Now, we'll go down the rabbit hole. If Bonner was to be out, that gives a boost to pretty much the whole starting lineup. AT, Tiffany Hayes, Rebecca Allen, primarily as those ones that'll get the biggest boost. We just seen AT had to play 40 minutes in the last game, and in those 40 minutes, she delivered practically almost another triple-double performance with 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists. If Bonner was to miss, of course, you would kind of want to go ahead and smash, lock in the AT. Maybe look at a Tiffany Hayes as well, who also played 40 minutes, dropped 30 plus fantasy points out there, and then Rebecca Allen. If I'm having to rank them, of course, it's going to go AT, Tiffany Hayes, and then Allen in that order if Bonner was to miss. If Bonner's back, I don't mind still Tiffany Hayes. Of course, AT, she did play going up against the Dallas Wings early in the season. She played 40 minutes and only gave us 31 fantasy points. Now, the only reason why I will still be on AT is because she pretty much just played against the exact same matchup, playing up against a Brittany Griner. Tierra McCowan, Brittany Griner, pretty much same stature, same type of player, will back you down, can get to the rim, good rim protector, things like that. And she was able to go out there and drop almost 50 fantasy points. So pretty much playing the exact same. So definitely in consideration, especially if Tawana Barner misses, you might as well just go ahead and lock in that right there because we already know she's going to practically play the whole game. Now, outside of that, Heidemann, she's a GPP option. Her minutes have just been too up and down, all over the place. I would rather go ahead and play Tiffany Hayes. I know that's kind of scary to go ahead and say, yes, I'd rather play Tiffany Hayes. In 37 minutes, she only gave us 16.25 fantasy points playing against the Wing early in the season. I don't like that, and like I said, her minutes are just too all over. I would rather look down to the bench, to Carrington, Taisha Harris, both of them. They only played 3 minutes in that game going up against the Dallas Wings early in the season, and Carrington, she left the last game because she got hit in the face. So definitely a spot she can bounce back and come out here because we do already know that opposing guards, especially those that can shoot, have done very well going up against the Dallas Wings. Our guard defense is horrible. Another player I would actually consider, and this is just the crazy value, and this is just thinking about it. Dallas has size. They're very big. Where you have Tierra McCowan, Satu Sabali, Natasha Howard. They're big. Harder, she is a actual center. if they're wanting to match up, going up against Terry McCowan, I definitely could see her getting some minutes over ODO. Now, granted, I know that Bonner, she was out. She left that last game after 2 minutes, so she got to play 15 minutes. I'm hoping this is not just to the fact that Bonner had to leave the game, but also to the fact to actually match up going up against Brittany Griner. That's what I'm going to look at this as, to help match up. Now, those 7 shots in that 15 minutes, that's really great. I wish I can get a little bit more on the rebounds and maybe a block or so. But if you can go out here, maybe give me like a 4 out of 8 type shooting day. Give me at least 4 rebounds at 3K. I would love that, especially just the value. And I just really do feel like she is going to have to play and going to have to get some minutes with the size that Dallas has on the court. Going over to the Dallas side, we already know pretty much the starters, they're all in play. This is definitely a bounce back spot for Teaira McCowan, who's coming off of back-to-back crappy games. Honestly, up to her standards, she should play at least 30-ish plus in this game. She played 35 minutes going up against them earlier and dropped 44.75 fantasy points. If you want a prop to play for this game, a prop that I would say cash lock that should actually smash and hit, take Teaira McCowan's rebounds. If Brittany Griner can go out there and get 10 rebounds, take Teaira McCowan's rebounds, bro. Just go ahead and smash that. Smash that over on Teaira McCowan's rebounds, because that's going to hit today. There's no reason why Teaira McCowan's not going to go out there and snag 10 rebounds unless Satu and Howard are going out there and they're taking everything from her. But Teaira McCowan's smash spot should definitely go off. Take Teaira McCowan over 5.5 first half points. The offensive putbacks, the things that she's going to be able to go out there and get, this is a Teaira McCowan game. And you guys know I have pretty much kind of called a lot of the Teaira McCowan games. When she played up against the Aces, I had some people calling me crazy, wanting to go to Teaira McCowan. She went out there and she smashed in those spots. I can't really think off the top of my head all the other games that I've called for Teaira McCowan, but this is definitely a Teaira McCowan game that she can go off and have a big offensive game and defensive game for her. They don't have the size to match up with her unless they go ahead and they put Hatter out there, and then, hell, even then, she might be able to cook Hatter as well. Now, Satu Sabally, she's had really great games going up against the Connecticut Sun as well. Last game, 32 minutes, she dropped 39.75 fantasy points. I do like going to her rebounds and assists as a prop as well, but shoot, take her whole PRA or her fantasy points today as another prop that we can consider on the slate. But yeah, I like going to Satu. And then Natasha Howard, she actually has not done too well in this matchup going up against the Connecticut Sun, so she'll be lower on the totem pole for me. And 31 minutes only gave us 23.25 fantasy points, so definitely not looking at her today. But bounce back spot for Enrique, you already know, very much scoring dependent. Yes, she's kind of picked it up on the peripheral side, trying to get the rebounds and assists, but really hasn't done too much, honestly, in that retrospect. We need her to actually score. A spot where she possibly could do that. In 40 minutes, she dropped 25 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, gave us 33.5 fantasy points. So definitely can look there, but like I said, I'm on Teaira McCowan, I'm on Satu as the players I don't want to play. So if you want to take something from this game, if you want to get another 3-person stack, Teaira McCowan, Satu would be my 2 I'd take from Dallas Wings. Looking over at the Connecticut Sun, I'd run a Hatter, like legit. I'd run a Hatter as a possible play, or you could try to run it with AT and find some value in that first game or something like that. With Walk being back, and then the fact they just released Ashley Jones. Ashley Jones, she was there for the fact that Awak was injured. So Ashley Jones is gone. So Odyssey Sims, Burton, Maddie, Kalani, and Awak, that's your bench. In all honesty, not really touching any of the bench players. I see the starters playing mega minutes, especially because this game should be close. And I rather would just actually play the starters. All right, that's going to be it for me today, guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content. Make sure you guys drop a like if this video helps you in any way, shape, or form. I hope you guys cash out on today's slate. Let's go back to back and then bring it all together on Sunday's slate as we finish out the WNBA week. Good luck. It's your boy Zoe. See you guys in the green. Peace.